So I want to mainly talk about how. Oh, fuck yeah, okay. So I don't think today is tradable for me. I want to go over why that is. So first of all, let's go to NQ. This is the right one. But so, what did this week do so far? Actually, let's go to this. This will be easier. Actually, see the weekly candle. So, last week made C2 bullishly, which I could go on the weekly to be clean, but we've seen YM versus NQ. NQ being the weakest asset, YM being the strongest asset. We could see that with this high here, we created fully SMT here, clearly. We're continuously holding this SMT, being with this high with NQ at first here, as you can see, and then we showed SMT here, which isn't strength switching on this asset to catch up to YM, but last week reversed away from that. Every asset reversed away from it. We showed ES as well. Every asset reversed away from this SMT prior to this week's open. So it's knowing that YM is the leading asset, realistically. What's here? We would think price should expand higher to reach the targets first, maybe create some T. These assets should strength switch and catch up, whatever, I don't know, but I don't want to overcomplicate it. I just know that this is fully SMT and this asset is trying to catch up. We do show strength switching eventually with like a PSP here, right? But so here's a PSP, strength switching, but this week though, respected discount wick CE or the upper half, which there's like really no just refining valuation level on the daily. So that's like this gap here. But Monday put in that low of the week, creating Seek 2 expansion away from the SMT or reversal. And so this, assuming this is a low of the week. Tuesday continued C3, Wednesday C4. I couldn't trade Wednesday because of it being off FOMC. But we created a PSP here. But for one, I don't think we probably should reverse lower. But the reason why today is unclean is because we're C2, C3, C4. Today's making C5. We reached a key level. We're looking weaker now. Although I don't think we should reverse lower until we take this high. Because this is pretty much now a failure into this high. I still think we should retrace and then continue the expansion. I don't know if today's going to continue the expansion bullishly. Also, another thing that doesn't really support expansion bullishly is the wick size. The state doesn't support the expansion bullishly. So, extremely bullish. Large wick. Yeah, so today is just not clean. And then dropping down to the 4, what have we done? Like, what refined in valuation level on the 4 is price opening up near. We open up here, and you know, realistically, it would be either like range high or range low here. Right? There's no, I mean, there would be order pairing ranges, and there's no, so it's, you know, pretty low, pretty high, right? So it's just the 4-hour framework profile, whatever is unclean. I can't tell what price is going to do today. I'm not going to lie, I really don't. So for the NSCs, it's pretty unclean. Can't see anything otherwise. So, and then, you know, if I were to go into like the other assets, if I were to go into gold, daily buys is super unclean. Oil, I mean, we've already expanded. Maybe we'll continue, but I wouldn't trade that. We're already expanding greatly. I don't know. Let's see what price did though. So realistically, this is RB. So Recently, this week opened up here. Made the open low to, I guess you can say we're working off of this key level. Maybe we created something here, but I just know that we created this daily swing point, which defines the low of the week. Tuesday, low of the week was a continuation C3, and today we can C4 continuation. Did we create any SMT? Maybe we did. We did here technically, but okay, so we're showing more weakness on this asset. I want to see. Okay. Yeah. So this is technically full layers into this high. Here was taken here. Clearly full layers into. We don't show any string switching though, but so say today is, and we can see for continuation to reach for that, whatever. This week's force expansion bullishly. Everything is very clean weekly profile. Start on the floor, see what we got. Age of reversal. Create this gap. GxT align sequence for 2 AM C2 continuation, C3 during 6 AM. But it's like 10 AM's making C4, the draw on liquidity is pretty far from price. I don't know. We're definitely not gonna reach this today, but doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna trade this. So we created a protected swing here. Created a swing point, and just failed to consolidate, or expand away from that swing point and stand within like a consolidation. I don't know if there was any SMT here, but 6 AM opened up within that. Failed to expand away, consolidating. I just want to check this out real quick. This is weird. Way different. Same thing. There was SMT. Oh, but I don't know, this should be I really don't care. I just wanted to check that out. There's no SMT here, so it doesn't matter. That's pretty shit. Anyways. So yeah, automatically just by looking at price today, I really feel like I'm not as motivated as I used to be. That should be causing me to just not care to trade, which is sad. But I really still feel like there's no trade today, like at all. Like yes, I want to see NQ catch up or continue the expansion higher, away from the low of the week to reach for this high, this level here. But it's the fact that we haven't gave a significant retracement to this range, even though we have this here. We have C1, C2, C3, and now today is making C4. Extremely bullish. we reached key levels. The state has a large ass weight, doesn't support expansion bullishly. I think it's just, well, I mean, like, yeah, that's enough right there to say it's just not clean. 4, and then, okay, let's say the 4 bias is clean, right? Maybe we do GxT5. Okay, let's say, you know, let's refine the validation level down to the closest 4 level to the new daily. Can I open, what do we got on the 4? Today opened up here. We're opening up within range high, range within this consolidation. We created a swing point, but then we failed to really expand away from the swing point, so we're literally just consolidating. And I have the C price manipulate either range low or range high to determine where we're going to go, right? And at that point, I don't want to see bearishness. Ideally, though, price does head higher to reverse off a pretty high to then target range low, right? But yeah, I think it'll still support the expansion bearishly, and the daily kind of needs it. But you know, or we just head lower. I don't know. I don't really care because I'm not gonna trade it. But there's no. I guess what you can say is there's no trade today because there's no framework on that for. I can't trade this, so there's no framework. This framework's unclean, so daily device is unclean, 4 profile is unclean, so I'm just gonna backtest.